Well, you know it's bad when the first action scene is the best thing in the movie. Hello, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing Wonder Woman 1984, which was finally released. I've been waiting for this film for a long time. I absolutely loved the first Wonder Woman that came out in 2017, so I was eagerly awaiting this release. This story, which is basic at best, revolves around Wonder Woman in 1984, where she's taken on her foes, Max Lord and Cheetah. First of all, I haven't read any of the Wonder Woman comics, so I don't know too much about the source material. But 1984 didn't seem to be like a significant year, so I don't know why they couldn't just name this Wonder Woman 2. The film opens up, we're back in Themyscira with Diana. She's competing in some sort of Titan Games style gauntlet against other Amazonian warriors. She's probably about 10, 11 at the time. The scenery here is beautiful. It's shot amazingly. I loved the action. I was like, yes, this is what I came here for. And then that was the action done for about 2 hours of the movie. I've been exaggerating, it wasn't 2 hours, but it took about maybe an hour and a half before we got another action sequence. And there lies the biggest problem with this movie. I loved the first Wonder Woman film, mainly for the action scenes. When she's on the front line, when she jumped into that clock tower, I was like, yes, I love this. And that was strangely missing from this. It's like they wanted to focus on Diana as a person, but actually her life is pretty boring. So the stones uncovered from a jewelry heist, which we later come to understand. When you wish something, you get it, but you lose a part of you. We meet Kristen Wiig's character for the first time, where she works at the Smithsonian Museum alongside Diana. Straight away, I got vibes of Jamie Foxx as Electro. This is not a good thing. We can see that she's a bit shy. She doesn't speak to many people. And that's it. This is the thinnest backstory I've seen in a long time. You can tell exactly where her character's going, but they didn't put any work into trying to build that up. She wishes she could be more like Diana, and that's it. That's her character arc for the movie, done. And as you've seen from the trailer, she later goes on to become Cheetah. I know nothing about the source material, but this did not inspire me to read it at all. If you've seen any of the trailer or any of the images, her makeup was bad. She looked like one of the cats from that movie that came out last year that nobody watched. I didn't even watch as soon as I saw the images. I just thought, what the hell is this? Then you've got Pedro Pascal, who I love as an actor. He's been putting in a lot of work recently, who's playing the main villain, Max Lord. His story is that he's a failed tycoon who's been scamming investors out of money, but he has nothing. He's a liar and a thief, and his own son sees it, so he wants more money. So what he becomes from this greedy money grabber to this over-the-top maniacal villain doesn't really make sense to me. I never really saw his progression, and I still don't really understand what he was trying to do or what he was trying to accomplish. It didn't make sense. And then you've got Chris Pine, who returns to the movie, who's okay, but sometimes I just find his humor hit and miss. It's very childish, which is just not funny at times. I still don't fully understand his purpose, but okay. There's so many plot holes and nonsensical things that happen in this movie. I understand it's a comic book adaptation, so I'm willing to accept things like characters changing into outfits within seconds. However, there are too many scenes that are a bit of a stretch. The scene at the White House being one of them. Lastly, let's talk about the final showdown between Wonder Woman and Cheetah. This went into the Game of Thrones territory. You know that episode where you couldn't see what was going on. This was what was happening here. I could barely make out what was happening. The things I could see though is that it looked like a computer game. Considering the budget, the CGI here was horrific. This was an absolute mess. Overall, this was a major disappointment. I was really looking forward to this movie, but in the end, the plot was too thin and made up of a series of conveniences. The two main villains were severely underwritten, and we'd seen similar things before with the same bad results. While some of the action scenes were decent, there were just not enough of them. And considering this film was 2.5 hours long, that was sad. This gets 2 stars. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and watch some other videos.